Welcome to the Your Best Kept Business Secret podcast, where we'll help you monetize, grow, and market your business to give you the business that you really deserve. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Just search for Your Best Kept Business Secret or drop in to www.markford.uk and get even more ideas, thoughts, and strategies on how to get the business you deserve. Now, here's your host, the UK's best kept business secret, Coach Mark Ford.
Welcome one and all. Welcome to Your Best Kept Business Secret podcast, which is available on Facebook video, YouTube video, iTunes, Spotify, and various other places that I like to leave it like hairs on a toilet seat. Shh, I blame the dog. Right, but now, before I get into it, thank you for taking part, as I know, and I mean I genuinely know, there is so much stuff already out there. So you taking time to spend with me, I am truly grateful. And if you like what you see or hear, please do drop me a like and subscribe, and I will be yours. Yes, yours. I'll be your best kept business secret forever. Now, in this podcast, I am going to tackle your head. What's going on in your head? You see, that's right. You are weak. So weak at certain stuff. Now, not everything I appreciate, but some stuff. So let's take fear, smash it in the face, blow a raspberry at it, take my boot, turn it to the right, and shove it up its candy ass. And I am going to give you 3 ways to deal with your business weaknesses right now. So, roll the stingy stuff. Now, we all have weaknesses. Not one single person is born with all the strengths and characteristics required to run a successful business. So, how do you overcome your own weaknesses? Right, you see, the trick is to use 3 simple methods to deal with those weaknesses. Now, these methods will significantly increase your chances of succeeding as a freelancer or an entrepreneur. Now, what do you do if you're weak in any given area, which is essential as a freelancer or an entrepreneur? What if tardiness is a perpetual thorn in your side? What do you do if you struggle to meet deadlines? What if your personal organisation sucks like an expensive vacuum cleaner? See, you'll increase your chances of running a successful business if you meet all 11 core characteristics of successful freelancers and entrepreneurs, which is hard work, communication, skills, professionalism, time management and organisation, persistence, responsibility, initiative, a goal evaluation orientated nature, flexibility, self-discipline, and finally, passion and skills. However, there is no need to give up your dream of running your own business if you don't master all of these qualities. The good news is that if you recognise a weakness, well, you can overcome it, or at least kind of manage it. See, here's a great quote. Obstacles can't stop you, problems can't stop you. Most important of all, other people can't stop you. Only you can stop you. Now, those are bloody wise words spoken by author, professional speaker, and business trainer, Jeffrey Gitomer. 3 excellent coping strategies and key methods can help you overcome or manage your weaknesses. Accountability buddies, conquering the weakness, and proactive coping. Those 3. So here we go. Right, common startup issues. A lot of business owners struggle with a very high expectation of freelance life, particularly when they're just starting out. Many of us had hoped we would sooner be able to see clients queuing up to get their hands on our expert services. Other newbie businesses have pictured themselves relaxing in a nice little hammock in the West Indies, when actually the harsh reality for many of us is we actually have to sleep on a friend's couch or go back home for the first few months before being able to sit at a table and work from Jamaica. You see, lying in a hammock just isn't productive. I mean, it's cool, but it ain't happening. I'm telling you now. See, reality can be depressing, or at least kind of not what we imagined. It can be depressing and stressful to make 10 cold calls a day and not get a single bite for 2 weeks. It can be hard to focus on client deadlines when you know that you have to squeeze some marketing into that day too. You see, over time, these things get better. You'll come to appreciate the idea that you won't sell on every call. That there will be dry spells where you can't even give away ice cream in the desert. Now, accountability buddies. To start with, the best coping strategy is to find an accountability buddy. An accountability buddy is another freelancer or entrepreneur who you agree to stay in touch with and report on your progress daily, weekly or monthly. And he or she will do the same for you as well. Now, your accountability buddy isn't your boss and you aren't his or hers either. You don't scold each other or you don't shout at each other, but you do check in. And you see, the simple pressure of reporting to someone is often enough to help us break out of our natural weakness. You see, it's quite embarrassing to tell someone, I didn't do the work this week. In fact, it's kind of damn right shameful. So where can you find an accountability buddy? And if you look at the links down below, right, here I am. You see, that's what coaches do. And I'll drop a link in the comments below. So if I can help you in any way, I genuinely would love to. Masterminds, coaching, you name it. Otherwise, you just end up finding yourself a mentor or someone who is slightly beyond where you are right now. You see, they've made the mistakes that you are about to make. They have been there and they have done that. Now, accountability buddies are more than friends. They hold you to your work commitments and motivate you to get shit done. Right, second, conquer it. The alternative, if you don't like the accountability buddy idea, is to follow a very simple pattern to overcome your weaknesses. Find the weakness. If you can't admit your weakness, you just can't address it. Acknowledge the weakness. You've no excuses here. It's not, I am a lousy time manager because I am so busy. It's, I am a lousy time manager. Full frickin' stop. Often the truth hurts when you first realize and recognize it. See, love the problem. Toyota's management school loves to do this. When they find a weakness in production, they get excited by the prospects of improving on those weaknesses. You can do exactly the same. Break it. Perhaps you're the worst time manager on earth. But you can keep a diary, you can plan your days, and you should not let yourself make any more excuses. You can stick to the plan. Is it a comfortable process? Well, hell no. Actually, most likely, you would much rather chuck in your responsibilities some mornings, go to the beach or a cafe, but you also know that if you did, you would soon have no business or work at all. You could be free to go to the beach whenever you wanted, sure, absolutely. But you wouldn't be able to have a beer or an ice cream quite so easily because you would be broke. Now, coping is a big issue because we're complex beings. It's just the tip of the iceberg is conscious, but we often struggle unconsciously too. You have to find your weakness, acknowledge that weakness, and love them in order to be able to deal with them. You can and will conquer many of your weaknesses. But proactive coping. When you're dealing with a weakness or anticipating a stressful problem, another positive coping strategy is proactive coping. Anticipation is when one reduces the stress of some difficult challenge by anticipating what it will be like and preparing for how you're going to cope with it. Conquering our weaknesses isn't actually as hard as it may seem. Bad habits can be overwritten by good habits. Here's another quote. It's not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. Sir Edmund Hillary, New Zealander, mountaineer, and first conqueror of Mount Everest. Now, on the 29th of May 1953, he and Nepalese Sherpa mountaineer Tenzing Norgay became the first climbers to reach the summit of Mount Everest. You done it? No, nor me. The takeaway is that weaknesses are normal and natural. We all have them. The only time a weakness is fatal to your business or entrepreneurial career is when you don't tackle it. You can learn to use coping strategies or team up with an accountability buddy. You can break the weakness head on, but you must address it. The alternative is running your business slowly into the ground. And that is it for this episode of Your Best Kept Business Secret podcast. I actually really hope you've got something out of that. And don't be afraid to leave some feedback or some comments on my appropriate platform. Do you know what? I actually really do love listening to what you guys are up to and how I can help you get the business that you deserve. So leave me some comments, leave me some ideas and some subjects that you would like me to tackle. Subscribe, like, love and share. I am Mark Ford. I am your best kept business secret and I will see you on the other side.